All right, now what's going on? My phone tripping, but I'm here. See, it look like I done missed a lot. Look like I done missed a lot. I'm on my lunch break, about to eat me some Jamaican food for lunch. Babe bought me lunch today. Ugh, my allergies bothering me. I just decided to come out here and give me a few watch time, a little bit of watch time hours, maybe get my 10, 11, 12 views. Um, I see it's a couple of lives that's been happening. Couple of things been said. Come on in. I'm here for about 20 minutes. Sitting in my car outside the Jamaican restaurant, about to eat up real quick and then ride on back down this street to work. Thank you, the Long Wolf. Welcome. Thank you for your subscription, new subscriber. Welcome. I hope you're enjoying the content. I'm going to try not to smack too loud, y'all. I ain't got my earpiece in, so it shouldn't be too overwhelming for y'all. Yeah, what's going on out here in these YouTube streets? The girls and boys is fighting, honey. They is fighting. I mean, they snatching wigs, snatching Taylor Port bottles. I'm pulling up. Ooh, child. They snatching Taylor Ports and clapbacks and wigs and book bags. They got the penguins out here resurfacing. What else I done seen? If something happened at YouTube cameras, I'm going to have to go back and watch her live. I did drop down this morning right before I went into work. I couldn't catch everything, but I'm sure they was running amok over there, child. Hey, Veronica. Yeah, I heard. I've been kind of keeping up. J Dunn did her 6 o'clock live this morning. I'm going to have to catch you tomorrow, J Dunn, when I get up. Because this morning I kind of slept in because Babe kept me up late. But I'll be back to catching your morning lives, even if it's just half of it. It just be hard for me to watch replays nowadays because I'm so nosy. I be wanting to see the shit live, honey. And that damn lemon last night, lemon. I sound like Tracy, don't I, y'all? Lemon. Lemon, honey. Honey, honey, honey. I'm going to talk to you, though. It's something I noticed that I do want to address amongst the carrying on and the fighting, child. I see they over here, they out here tagging them ass right now, baby. I say, ooh, wee, child. Thank you. I ain't gonna be here long. I should have posted the link, but I just did this impromptu, Toya. Yeah, I just did this impromptu. Child, but they out here, they is swanking and banging, baby. These stories just write theyself. But I'm the Barbara Walters of the sector, so I'm gonna come on and I'm gonna do my little commentary on it tomorrow, my real commentary. Like I said, this is just watch time hours. I'm trying to get engaged, keep myself in the algorithm. I ain't gotta be here for a long time, just a good time. Sorry, y'all, I don't mean to smack, but this jerk chicken, baby. Not jerk, I got stewed chicken. Ooh, when I tell you it is seasoned to perfection. You can tell the restaurants where they actually care about the food. The owner is always there. He's very pleasant, very kind. I mean, all the way down to the bone, baby. You could tell he marinate his food. Cabbage be on point. It's always fresh. Because, you know, real fresh cabbage still have kind of a sweet undertone to it. You can tell the difference. But child, yes, Toya. The girls and boys is out here fighting. They still got Jay Wilson head on a goddamn stick with the pickets and the fire. You know, in the old movies back in the day where they depict the people running around with the pitchforks and the little sticks with the fire on the end. Baby, they is tearing each other up, child. Do you hear me? And I am all for it. I am all for it. I'm going to make my thumbnail tonight. Don't forget I'm doing my live on domestic violence in the gay community. We already highlight enough of what's going on in the heterosexual community, so I'm not going to highlight that. I'm just going to grab a few stories from the past 5 years or whatever, 1 story. I'm gonna go over maybe 2 to 3 stories. I'm gonna post the links, and we just gonna talk about it. I hope some of the gay men can come and chime in, and some of the lesbian women. It's not really gonna be, so we're not gonna discuss a lot of the stuff that's going on in the beef sector in that particular live. Like certain things, I'm gonna give my commentary on, but I'm not gonna hold a panel where we're dragging people. That's gonna be a straight discussion. Hey Cola, hey YouTube camera sis, what the hell happened in your live, girl? Yeah, that live tomorrow is not gonna be the panel is gonna be strictly discussing domestic violence in the gay community. You know, people been through it, how their responses is. You know, even if they got resources that can help, we gonna talk about it. But we gonna help those who want to be helped, because we never know who's on here suffering in silence. Girl, you know I'm at work, right? I ain't, because I'm training. I ain't got time to sit down and listen to nothing, babe. And sometimes I like to hear from the horse's mouth. Yeah, child. Like I said, I see the girls and boys is swanking and banging. It's a whole brawl going on right now here in these YouTube streets. Lemon and Mrs. Lemon done fell out. That boy got up there. Let me tell you something. My mother always told me. My mother, my aunt. I ain't had no grandmother, no grandparents. They died when my mother and them was very young. So my aunts, they were much older. They raised me alongside with my mom, and they always told me, baby, a drunk man gonna tell a sober mind. A drunk man is gonna tell a sober mind. A drunk man is gonna tell a sober mind. And if and the next thing they told me, when a person show you who they are, believe it. When they tell you who they are, believe it. Let me move my phone off this sign. And I say this to say that because people don't understand, being a subscriber puts us at an advantage to zoom in and focus in on what we're truly seeing and hearing. Right? Which is why I said, even if I'm doing lives or whatever, I'm still a subscriber. And sometimes when you and a person cross a certain boundary in a relationship, in a friendship, and it gets dark, it's always hard to come back from that. Oh, wow. Yeah, I'm going to have to catch that. Sometimes it's hard to get back from that. And although people will sometimes forgive each other, they never forget. So that's like, for me, I'm the type of person, once I fall out with you and it get gutter, and I don't get gutter, like it's just certain things I'm not going to do. You know what I'm saying? If it's not true, I'm not saying it. Hey, Berber. Hey, Hood. If it's not true, I'm not saying it. And even if it's something true, I'm still going to pick and choose what I'm going to say about that person, because honestly, at the end of the day, I cared about that person. And if I care about that person, whether it's YouTube, virtual, whatever, I'm not going to do anything that can potentially fuck up their livelihood or fuck up their pockets, right? But if we get to that point, the type of Sagittarius I am, my cutoff game is vicious. I will quit a fucking job because I'm not. No. Once we cross that path and I say I ain't fucking with you no more, ain't no takebacks. So for me, certain things just, and this is why I say, for me, in my personal opinion, I don't fall out with a lot of people for real in real life. And as y'all can really see on here, I really don't have beef with nobody for real, for real. That shit was planned. I told y'all what I was gonna do. I did it and kept it moving. But because I don't have a lot of chaos and beef, I don't have a lot of fallouts. But when I do fall out, you're done. That's it. I hate reliving the past, especially if it's negative. And that's really all I got to say about that. You know, being a subscriber, my few little observations, things I've seen and I've heard. I just think that at this point, cut my car off. I was trying to charge my phone, y'all. I just think at this point, sometimes when you fall out with somebody like that to that extent, it's best to just go ahead and let bygones be bygones. You know what I'm saying? Because that situation had turned dark between Lemon and Mrs. Lemon. And yeah, that's gonna always be a conflict. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna always be a conflict. And then Brianna and Lemon, child. I ain't got a dog in that fight. I like them both. I like Brianna. You know, I've been subbed and a subscriber to Brianna for a long time, much longer than Lemon. I like them both. I like what they give. So I'm going to just let them rock out. Yeah, girl. You was in Lemon Live last night? And I almost feel like, because see, I tried to go up there and hit Lemon's link to change the conversation. And what I wanted to ask him was, when he put to roast a pig, how many pigs was he roasting? Just to add a little satire to it. Yeah, they are. Yeah, they are. Just to add a little satire, maybe I would have got cussed out or something, but it would have changed the direction of the conversation. And I was just trying to, but Beans ended up coming up there because he saw her. He didn't see me, so I just said, fuck it. But it almost felt like when he was ready to address several things. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like it was coming off so natural. Like he was just ready to address several things. And don't get me wrong, I could be wrong. I could be insinuating something. But we're here to be messy and do satire. Right? And so I was like, Lord, child. Now, I will say that Tracy caught some strays that she shouldn't have caught. Yeah. And we can't tell people what to do and how to do it. But we know him and Mrs. Lemon's history. You know what I'm saying? So anybody who got any common sense knew that wasn't gonna last long. But the situation with Tracy, Lemon, you know I rock with you, and I'm gonna say this: I think she deserves an apology. When you get yourself together, get your bearings. I don't have nothing to do with the Miss Lemon, Pennywise situation, whatever. But when it comes to Tracy, she has really been a supporter for you. And we all get that sometimes, you know, you talk your shit. But you went direct, homie. And Tracy didn't deserve that. And I know y'all like, well, Tracy can drag him and Tracy's to cuss him out and Tracy this and Tracy that and blah, 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 blah. She chose not to. Well, for the time being. But I'm going to sound off as an older woman, as someone who sees and understands things. Tracy definitely deserves an apology. And it's not because I'm siding with Tracy or whatever, but yeah, that's just my recommendation, Lemon. Because she, from what I know, since y'all been cool. And she really likes him and supports him. You know what I'm saying? It's not disingenuous. So that's my stance on that, Lemon. I still want to ask him my question. So I see he set up a live. I may just go over there. Honestly, that might work in my favor because I really need to go home and do some cleaning because um, my animals was running amok last night when I went to bed. I don't know what they decided to do, but I got up and I almost wanted to grab a belt and whoop their ass, child. I need to mop my floors. Um, I already mopped them and then I gotta turn around and mop them again. My cat, oh, he got serious digestive issues. And he be wanting to steal and eat shit that he can't eat because he fucking throws up. Now, that's my baby though. He about to be 7. So I gotta go and clean up behind him. I cleaned up like this morning, but you know, I just gotta go through, get my bleach water, mop over everything, disinfect it, and then I also bought that kennel cleanser. I use the kennel cleansers that they use like a lot of kennels and dog groomers to kind of help with the smell. So I gotta go do that. So that would actually be cool. That'll give me time to go in the house and get that done. And then I'll be able to sit down. But yeah, child, that's the only thing I want to say about that. That's my commentary on that. I do think that Tracy deserves to have an apology. I can't tell Lemon how to deal with that other situation based on what was released recently. And I think that also triggered some things within him. I don't know. Um, I'm more privy to just what I see as far as Tracy and Lemon goes. Lemon, I think you got a man up, homie. Let me say this. I think he'll apologize, but I think it's about how the conversation is held for him. Sometimes with people, when you talk to them, you have to talk to them with a non-biased stance. And you also have to make sure when you're saying what you're saying that it's clear enough for them to understand why you're petitioning for what you're petitioning. You know, sometimes people would demand apology. Oh, you need to apologize. You was wrong, and then they'll start attacking you. That's not. I'm not going to attack women, but I do think that he needs to sit down and be like, you know what, Tracy, I just went overboard. He was feeling himself, and the one thing I'm going to say to him, I'm going to say to him directly, and just really hash it out with her. No distractions, nobody else on the panel, and they talk about it. Or they could do it behind the scenes, whatever they choose. But I think that conversation needs to be held. Girl, this motherfucking cat. And so I closed my kitchen door in my apartment. Speaking of, I had to call my landlord and tell him, like, brother, I know you young, you got this building, you got a new building you trying to get together, but you need to come over here and take care of some of these things. Anyway, sidetrack. Girl, he'll get mad and start eating boxes and paper, whatever, toilet paper. When he get mad, like if I lock him out the room, girl, them damn, but they like having toddlers. So yeah, that's my stance on that, girl. That's my God say. A few people came through. I love it. Thank y'all for coming through. Don't forget tomorrow I'm gonna hold the panel in regards to the domestic violence in the gay community, gay, lesbian, whatever community. YouTube cameras. I am gonna get caught up on your live. I'm gonna try to, girl. If not, I'm gonna just bug you and ask you 1,000 questions. Um, It's a couple of more things going on. I can't catch everybody's live, y'all. I can only do commentary on what I can catch. I know Brianna's live right now. So I'm sure we'll hear about that. Because I seen her thumbnail and I said, ooh, child, cry me a river. Come on and just cry me a river. But yeah, y'all. I know somebody just came in like, this bitch singing? I can't sing, but I will. I'm about to go ahead and get back in here and finish doing what I do best. Oh, Yeah, we'll catch up later, y'all. I'll see y'all in the streets. Let me get back to work. I love y'all. Y'all have a fantastic day.